It's incredibly difficult to build up a huge amount of regular income if you just publish your books with Amazon KDP alone. What else can you be doing to even learn from that business model to expand and create multiple different sources of passive income? So what I've decided to do is create a short course about 2 hours in length about the different ways that I've been able to build my passive income streams so that you can actually utilize that knowledge to create fantastic income every single month. Now, some of these strategies may or may not work for you, but they've worked for me. So therefore, if one of these strategies helps you, at least you'll be able to provide some diversification to your passive income stream. Because publishing on Amazon KDP alone won't make you rich, but if you can develop different passive income streams, perhaps you actually can. So let's get into it right now. Enjoy the next couple of hours, and I really hope you enjoy this short course on developing additional passive income streams beyond Amazon KDP. And welcome to this short course. It's split up into 14 different lessons in a number of different sections, and it will go through the different passive income streams that I've been able to build up, and also provides a bit of an action plan for you to follow as well. What I'll also do in the description notes of this video is to provide some timestamps. So if you want to fast forward to different areas, then you can do that as well. So a very quick background. I was a school teacher back in the day. I've also been an executive in a number of different big industries, and I started creating my first books or publishing my first books in 2019, and from then I've really expanded. I'm the founder of Global Self-Publishing now, and I've done that within about a 5-year period. So hopefully this short course will show you through all the steps that I've taken and to really try and automate a passive income stream where you're not taking phone calls all the time or emails or trading your time for money. You have a system that works 365 days per year and helps you to generate that long-term passive income. So let's get into the next lesson where I go through what a passive income stream is and how it all works. Hopefully you enjoy. And welcome to lesson number 2, building multiple streams of income. But before we start, let me identify what passive income is and try and explain it so you can understand what we're looking to do as we move forward through the course. So passive income is the ability to be able to make money without having to trade time for that money, or the ability to continue earning money when the work has already been completed or discontinued. As an example, you create a book. Your work starts here. You might spend 3 months creating the book, and your work stops, you load it up, and you might have to do some marketing and advertising for your book to get it started. It might be the first 60 to 90 days, but you start earning some income from that initial work. But you might decide to pull back on your ads. The book keeps going well. It's in the Amazon algorithm. 6 months down the track, you continue earning money for that book. 12 months down the track, you continue earning money from that book. It might be 3 years from when you first stopped creating that project and loading it that you continue to earn income. And we want to continue to create passive income streams of money by replicating those kinds of concepts. So that's where we really would like that passive income stream to work in our favor. But if you work just a 9 to 5 job, you started to work at the beginning of the week, you complete your 38 hours of work, and you get paid for that 38 hours. But you don't get paid anymore. You get paid for trading your money for time. So that's effectively what a 9 to 5 is. But then let's look at why we would expand into other passive income streams. If you've already been on Amazon KDP or another platform creating income, why would we want to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different kinds of passive income? And how do we continue to build passive income over the journey? Well, let's think of it as dripping into a bucket. If over here, this is your main income, and it's the only income that you rely on, you might have your bucket and it might be dripping and it might be filling up quite well. However, the alternative is to build up multiple streams of dripping taps so your buckets continue to fill. Because I have known people where their bucket develops quite a large hole and it starts to deplete, or it might be taken away altogether. Someone might receive a redundancy package or they might lose their job. However, if you've got multiple streams of income and one of those buckets, even a couple of those buckets, start to drip or start to lose their income or their money, then you've still got other sources of income that are going to keep you going. And that's where it's so important. But let's look at the mental game of building your passive income streams. What do you have to get past to help you to build these multiple streams of income for the long term? Well, you need to put in the work first to reap the rewards later. But unfortunately, there's no guarantees. It's the hardest thing. When you're creating a course or creating books or creating a website or creating blogs or creating a YouTube channel, you're putting in the work without any guarantee. But if you put in quality work, there is every opportunity to try and create some income from that over the long term. Just like a farmer has no guarantee that their crop is going to work out when the season comes around. They'll plant their seeds, but it could be smashed by a big storm or too much rain or too much heat. They're always having to balance out the fact that they may not get the crop that they're planting. Some maintenance is required for passive income streams. It's not usually maintenance free and it's not usually mentioned, but you do have to put in a little bit of work, ongoing work. But there are some passive income streams that just to continue to deliver, even once the work has stopped, you don't have to do any more, and I'll talk a bit more about that later. And with passive income stream, it's not always consistent. It can rise and fall. If you're working for someone else and you're a paid employee, then you know that you're going to get your $2,000 per month, every month for the whole year, unless that business closes down or unless you lose your job. But if you're about consistency, then passive income streams may be a bit hard for you to get your head around. But as you grow, you know that there is endless opportunities and the endless opportunity to grow your income. If you're working for someone else, you might have a fixed income of $50,000. No matter whether you put in the time or not, if you work those extra hours, you probably won't get paid any more than the $50,000. But if you put in the extra work with passive income streams, why can't you earn $500,000, $1 million? There's no limits to it, and that's why I love it. So what are my passive income streams? And feel free to choose your own. These are just the ones that I've chosen since I've used Amazon KDP as a launch platform. So I've got my books, including audiobooks via Publishing Wide. I've got a monetized YouTube channel. I receive affiliate commissions. I've got online courses. I've got a website and a blog. I've got digital products and sales that I receive, and I've also got stocks and a retirement fund. So you can see I'm quite diversified. If one of those income streams slows down, then I've got other ones that are going to fill that void, hopefully. But I still need to work on those passive income streams regularly without putting too much effort in. But the beauty is I get paid from these passive income streams 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days per year. I may not get consistent sales across all of them every single day, but I know I can go to the beach or I can go on a holiday and I come back and that income has continued to go through. So let's look at our next lesson. We're going to be looking at my business model and my top 5 passive income strategies. So let's move on to lesson 3 now. And welcome to lesson number 3. We need to develop our business plan to grow. But what are the 5 strategies that I've used to effectively grow my passive income streams? Let's have a look at an overview and then I'll go into some more detail. So firstly, the 5 overarching business model and passive income strategies that I have. It must have a long tail, passive income with as little upkeep as possible, unlimited growth potential, solo driven but outsourcing optional, and then finally reaching a global audience. Let's break these down a little bit more. First one is, rule number 1 is to have a long tail, being I want to create or publish the content or the resources that don't just sell after a week of creating them, but has the potential for weeks, months, and years later. So I want that tail to be ongoing for that passive income stream. It might become less and less, but as long as it has that long tail. Number two is to have as little upkeep as possible. So I don't want to have to create something and keep on going back and amending it and adjusting it. So there are certain passive income streams that you have to have more upkeep than others, but we'll cover that during the course. The ultimate that point was automation, trying to automate it all. Number three is unlimited growth potential. Why restrict myself to earning a certain amount? I don't want to just build a business that can just earn $100,000. I want a business that can go to $2, $3, $4 million. Why have a limit or a cap on it? Number four is to have solo-driven content and opportunities, but outsourcing optional. If my business gets so big that I need to engage more people to help create content or load things up onto YouTube or help me with my courses, then that's great. But I don't want them to be full-time or part-time employees. I want to be able to outsource them, pay them for a job or some content, and then that's it. No entitlements and things like that. And then finally, number five is to reach a global audience. I don't want to just limit my audience to a small parcel. I want it to be quite expansive. So if I create a course, that course could effectively have subtitles or captions that then maybe in 40 different languages, which push out to about 140 countries. So why limit myself? I want that to be a major principle with what I'm doing with my business. So the plan to build multiple forms of passive income over time. So we've got that multiplier effect that we're really hoping to build. So what does that look like? Well, I developed my growth plan development to basically work like this. So I've got my number one stream of income, which might be this one up here, and I might build $20 a month to start with, and I can scale it. The next month, it might build up to $40. Third month, it might be $60. So therefore, I'm continuing to grow that per month passive income. Number two, might be another $30, and then it builds and builds, and it might be $50. Then you might have a third income stream that over time you build. And I'm not expecting you to build 4 passive income streams within a week. You need to focus on one, build that first one, then use the experience and knowledge from that to build onto the next one. And you might focus on one key area to begin with. You might focus on building a YouTube channel and just purely focusing on building that. You don't want to stretch yourself too thin by doing affiliates, YouTube, books, all those different things. You just need to focus on one key area. But over time, if you can build these multiplying passive income streams, then it really does add up. So your goal might be to have $5,000 worth of passive income that is coming in over time. So what does my passive income stream journey look like to date? Well, if I've got my KDP account, then I expanded my books into Ingram Spark and Draft Digital. Then I went to YouTube and started up a YouTube channel based on the knowledge that I had from Amazon and publishing. Then I put some digital products onto Gumroad. Therefore, from my YouTube channel, I was then able to sort of promote some of my books, promote my content, create some courses, which went through to Thinkific. So I ran or created my own premium course. Then I started creating courses on Udemy for more global reach. And then I had different affiliates which were built up over time. So I had Canva, Publisher Rocket, ConvertKit, Thinkific, BookBolt. These different affiliate programs continue to make money and grow over time. So let's have a look at a couple of these, and I'll show you the income that's been building up over the journey with these particular ones. So maybe let's have a look at Ingram Spark, and let's have a look at YouTube to begin with. So if we go to my income over the lifetime of Ingram Spark, you can see it's $73,000 that I've built up in passive income through Ingram Spark. And this is in Australian dollars, so roughly 50,000 US dollars that has been paid as compensation. And that includes total sales of nearly 180,000 Australian dollars. There's a lot of printing charges there that come into play, but you can see the power of Ingram Spark and generating passive income, and I don't have to touch any of this at all. No marketing, no advertising, nothing at all. And so this is one of the best passive income streams that I've had is through Ingram Spark. I haven't had to do any advertising like I would on Amazon KDP, so that's been incredible. So let's go to my YouTube channel and show you the growth there. And you can see here on the channel, I first started and got monetized just in around about 2021, just after mid-year. And you can see the total revenue is $14,823. So I've got different top content that comes through, and you can see the views updating live. So that's been incredible to be able to earn that amount of money. And you've got my subscribers there and the watch time or the hours. You can see the subscribers as well. I had a big start to the channel and it sort of died off, and I started to bring it back a little bit more. But YouTube is a passive income stream, but it does require some consistent effort. However, if I just stopped today, that income will continue to come in, but it might slowly die away if I'm not consistent with it. But that's another income stream that you can work on, and we'll expand more on YouTube later in the course. And so we've had a quick look at Ingram Spark and YouTube, but let's have a look at what I want you to take in consideration. Remember, you should stop now if you're expecting this to be easy. And a path to develop a long-term passive income doesn't come easy. And if you really need to, just go and get the Udemy 30-day back guarantee. If you're not liking this course or you think it's going to be too hard for you, then just stop and do that. I prefer that you stop and get your money back than think that it's going to be an easy path to developing a long-term passive income. It does take time. And remember, it will take these kinds of things: commitment, determination, time and effort, resilience, money investment potentially, and passion. However, the rewards can be life-changing. So keep that in mind when you're doing this course. If you are prepared to put in the time, the effort, and be consistent, it can be life-changing. But there's no guarantees. I just want you to know that the effort that you put in will be reflected in the long term. So that is lesson number 3. And welcome to the next lesson, where we start to plan out your strategy for growing your passive income. What I'll do in a moment is show you my journey and how I actually started to build one passive income stream on top of another and multiply it over time. And I think it's important for you to see that. So before we develop your plan, let's have a look at what I had, and then we can step through those stages to get your plan ready and up, ready for you to actually start implementing right away. In this lesson, we're going to look at your plan for developing your passive income, and I want to help you through that process. Before we do that though, let's look at my journey for passive income. And let's discuss how you can workshop your passive income ideas to become multipliers of income. But before we do that, let's look at my sequence of events before we actually start this process. So hopefully this will give you some inspiration, but also ideas of what I did. So number 1, I initially started publishing books with Amazon KDP, starting back in December 2019. I created an account on ConvertKit to capture emails via book lead magnets. So ConvertKit is an email software program that you can use to capture emails, and it's a great way of being able to use those contacts to then leverage that for different sales and marketing and affiliates. Number 3, I then started publishing my books to Ingram Spark in March 2021. I converted 5 books to audiobooks and uploaded them to Findaway Voices. So you can see how I'm multiplying the different forms of existing content into different forms of information that can be readily available for customers. I then started my YouTube channel on May 26, 2021, and I monetized that channel in September 2021. So to monetize it, you need 4,000 viewing hours and 1,000 subscribers, but we'll cover that more later. I created an account on Gumroad and sold digital products. I started to join affiliate programs associated with book publishing to build the passive income streams. I created and published my first course on Udemy in January 2022, and that was KDP Low and No Content. Number 9, I created and published my large 12-hour premium KDP course on Thinkific in April 2022. I continued to grow my YouTube channel with weekly uploads, and at present time, I'm over 22,000 subscribers. I uploaded my courses to Skillshare in April 2022. Continue to build my courses or more courses on Udemy. Currently, I have 11 in total. And I created a subscription model to access all my courses on Thinkific via a monthly fee. So you can see a lot of different processes I've gone through, a lot of different stages of developing passive income, a lot of work. But you can see the multiplying effect that I've been putting onto each of these as we've traveled along. So how does this all come together? Well, I call it the web. What I've worked out during this process is I might have had my books with Amazon KDP. And what I then thought I'd do is create my YouTube channel. And a lot of things circle back to my YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel could drive book sales. The book sales could then drive emails through the different lead magnets. But then the YouTube could also drive people to go and do courses. But then the courses might drive people to go back to my YouTube channel. And then the YouTube channel might make people go to my website. And then the YouTube channel, through the description, could make people go to my affiliates. So you can see it's a big web. Once you create one piece of content, it can feed back on itself and all around. It's a great way of creating this content. So our plan to grow. What is going to be our plan? This way is to sketch out a bit of a plan of what we want to achieve. And to develop that, it's as simple as getting out a piece of paper. And what we need to do is to develop that rough plan of what that might look like just in a 12-month window. What do you think you can achieve in that period of time? What is it that you've got a bit of passion for? I've developed my passive income streams through the publishing side of things because I'm using the experience and knowledge from publishing with Amazon KDP and also publishing with Ingram Spark to then provide knowledge and information to people through a YouTube channel and through books and resources and in creating links. And I'm helping people. So what is your plan to grow? What I'd like you to do is just get out a piece of paper and write 12 months from now. And I want you to list 5 different sorts of passive income streams that you'd like to develop. So one could be to create some more books, but to put them into audiobook format or ebook format if you haven't already done so, or even hardback. The second one might be to develop a website and to teach people or to provide resources about how to publish with Amazon KDP or Ingram Spark. And you could develop some blog posts about publishing in your experience. People have done exceptionally well with creating a YouTube channel where it just talks about their journey and about what they've experienced, not creating flashy numbers or big numbers and earn $10,000 per month. Some of the successful channels actually have low numbers because people feel comforted knowing that they're going through the same challenges as what you currently are. So we want to plan out our strategy just very, very carefully and nice and simply. Action item number 1 is to create a list. I want you to pause the lesson and create your list. Go and do that right now. If you haven't done that now, go and do that right now. And if you're still staying with me and you haven't paused it, that's all right. You can keep going, but it's important to take action as we go through this course because I don't want you to charge through it and then have to rewatch the whole thing again. It's good if you pause and take action as we go. Number 2 is establishing our income goals. What do you think you can realistically achieve, but even a little bit of a stretch on what you think you might be able to achieve? Is earning $1,000 a great target that you can achieve and build towards? I think $1,000 is probably a good target to aim for. It's not so big that it's unachievable, and it's not so small that you'll probably start to aim for low-hanging fruit. $1,000 per month could be a life changer for you. And it just might mean that getting $1,000 a month might mean that you can pull back one day from work if you're working full-time. Or it might mean that you can have some more vacations, or it might mean that you can invest some more or pay off mortgage quicker. So those sort of things can definitely be game changers. So I want you to establish some income goals. I want you to break those down carefully into what you're passionate about, how can you build on those initial goals, and a bit of a plan about how you're going to achieve that. And I don't want you to put those goals away. I want you to create them either in a spreadsheet or even write them down and laminate them if you need to, or just put them on the back wall behind your laptop and keep them there so you can reflect on them daily. So action number 2 is to develop a goal development checklist. And that might be as simple as using the spreadsheet to start to track that. So let's maybe just do something very simple right now so I can show you what that process might look like. So I've just made a simple spreadsheet, and this is all I want you to do. It's just a very basic start right now. So we've got our passive income streams. So one might be to create more diversification for your books. So that might be uploading to Ingram Spark. It might be uploading books to Draft to Digital. And we're going to be talking about this a little bit more soon. And you can always come back to this once you've heard or listened to some of the lessons and develop your passive income streams. Next one might be to write or create a basic blog website and write 20 blog posts. And the 12-month income may not need to be written just yet. It could be something else you might like to do. Even if you have a YouTube channel. So they might just be the ones you want to focus on for the first 12 months. The YouTube channel could take 6 to 12 months to actually start to develop passive income. Remember, you need 4,000 viewing hours and 1,000 subscribers to be monetized. So you need to remember that. When you're creating your Ingram Spark books, that actually might happen fairly quickly. And you might actually be able to generate an extra $50 per month from that exercise. And remember, we're looking at long-term strategies, not thinking, I'm going to take all this time to create and upload a book to Ingram Spark and nothing's going to happen. You do need to take a chance on these things. With Draft to Digital, you might earn an extra $20 per month. You might create just a basic blog website and write 20 blog posts. That may not generate any income to start with. It might be after month 12, or even we'll just do month 6, where you start to generate some income through affiliates and things like that. So that's where I'd like you just to start to basically go through these, and we can cover this off in more detail as we go through the course, but it's important to start to get pen to paper, or in this instance, typing onto the spreadsheet. And I want you to keep this information. It's good to keep this in mind when you start to develop your passive income streams and your ideas behind it. Remember, we can circle back at any time. And this just gives us a bit of structure of what you want. And what you might also want to do is develop what's your ideal business model. Is it similar to mine where you want to automate things and create different passive income streams? Just have a little bit of a think of that through this process as well. So hopefully that helps, and I want you to take action and to start just your very simple strategy at the moment and different sorts of passive income streams you'd like to create at this initial stage. In this section, we're going to be covering a number of different ways that you can expand your passive income. So you might have existing books, What ways can you expand the revenue from those existing books rather than creating new ones all the time? What other revenue channels can you start to monetize and draw a passive income from? That's what this section will be all about. So let's get on to lesson number 5 as we look at different ways you can expand your current books and other marketplaces you can sell your books on. Let's get into that now. And welcome to lesson 5, maximizing your book sales. It's important when you have what we call a digital asset, like a book, to expand as far as we can. What are different ways that we can monetize our book and develop passive income rather than just sitting it on one platform like Amazon? There are multiple ways that you can scale your book. And so let's have a look at the different ways that you can scale it, and I'll be going into further detail in a moment. Because what I've done in order of highest return to lowest is put them in these different platforms. So we've got Ingram Spark, and I'll cover that in more detail soon. We'll even go to my dashboard and I'll show you how revenue has been generated from that platform. You can also translate your books and get them in multiple different languages, which means that if you have a book, you can expand it to Spanish, into German, into French. Multiple different languages will help expand your books. Number 3, Draft to Digital. That's another platform which we'll look at in a moment. And then also audiobooks through Findaway Voices, which is an aggregate, and they actually partner with a multiple different number of online platforms to help your audiobooks get out there. And then you've also got Audible, which is owned by Amazon. Now, unless you are a US citizen, UK citizen, or an Irish citizen, you can't actually upload your books directly to Audible, but you can use an aggregate like Findaway Voices. So we'll cover that a bit more in detail in the next lesson, but let's just look at different ways that you could consider scaling your books. And not all books are going to be eligible to permit this, but let's have a look at them anyway. So convert to hardback and ebook. So you might just have paperback books, but Amazon do permit, there's 5 different formats or trim sizes you can upload your hardback to. You can also do an ebook via Amazon. You can also do hardback and ebooks via Ingram Spark, and I'll cover that a bit more soon. You can convert them to audiobooks and have them across multiple different platforms. And I've done that myself. You can load to Ingram Spark and Draft to Digital, and you can also have them translated, as I mentioned in the previous slide. So it's important that you consider the different ways you can scale your book. But let's go into a little bit more detail in the next lesson, and I'm going to show you some of these platforms and what you can do to help scale them up so that one asset, if you've got a paperback, can become a hardback, can become an ebook, and can become an audiobook. Therefore, you've got 4 different ways of generating a passive income from that one resource. And welcome to lesson number 6. We're going to be discussing alternative platforms to sell your books. And I'm going to go a little bit more into depth about how they've benefited me with my passive income growth. So let's have a look at the 3 main ones that I'd like to look into a bit further. First one, Ingram Spark. I'm going to be jumping on my dashboard in a second. Let's have a look at that. Draft to Digital, we'll do the same thing, and we'll do the same with Findaway Voices. And the cost and the how. Now, it's free to create an account on each of those 3 platforms. What you do need for Ingram Spark is what they call an ISBN, which is a unique number that is used to identify your book. And you'd need one if you created a paperback, a different one for a hardback, but you don't need one for an ebook. But you do have the opportunity of uploading your books for free to these platforms. And we'll explore the how in a moment. Time? Well, it doesn't take long to sign up, but it can take you time to load the books up though. Let's go to Ingram Spark as a starting point. So on Ingram Spark, if you wanted to get to this page, just go to ingramspark.com, go to create an account, that will take you through to this page, and you simply fill in your details. It is free to create an account, and you just need to complete the tax information and payment information as well. But there are a few things that I want to highlight to you about publishing your books wider to Ingram Spark, and you may or may not be aware of these. And now I do have a separate course about publishing in Ingram Spark, so that's got a wealth of information, but just in summary, you can upload your books for free. There used to be a $49 upload fee that is now waived with Ingram Spark. But you do need to purchase an ISBN number. An ISBN is your unique number. Now you can't use an ISBN that you get from KDP. It must be a purchased a purchased ISBN number, and you can get those from groups like Bowker.com, or in Australia, Thorpe Bowker, or if in the United Kingdom, I think it's Nielsen.co.uk. Just check and ensure that it's a legitimate ISBN distributor, and you can pick up ISBNs for about $30 to $40 each, or in bulk, you can get 100 of them for maybe $200 or $300. So that could be worth it. But you can't just publish any book to Ingram Spark. You don't publish no content books like blank journals. You need to ensure that you meet the integrity guidelines of Ingram Spark. So they're important things to know before you go ahead and purchase an ISBN, hoping that you can expand your book into a hardback or even ebook if you already have a paperback book. So there are a couple of key things. Just go to or Google Ingram Spark Integrity Unit Guidelines, and that will show you the things that they don't permit and the things that they do permit for publishing with Ingram Spark. Please check that out before you go ahead and outlay any money. Let's go to my account now, and I'll show you the performance of Ingram Spark and why I believe it is really important for you to consider this as a platform to distribute wider, to develop a passive income stream beyond Amazon KDP. So I've logged into the platform, and all I need to do is go to reports. Let's go to compensation, and then this brings up the lifetime payment. So this is in Australian dollars, $73,627. In US dollars, it's probably just under 50,000 US dollars. And I don't do anything at all. This is probably one of the most passive income streams that I have. I load the books up and Ingram do the rest. And I just receive a monthly royalty payment, and it is incredible. No marketing, no advertising, nothing at all. So I would highly recommend, if you have the right books, to turn into a hardback, ebook, or even paperback, depending on what sort of book you have, then I highly recommend Ingram Spark. And again, if you need more information on that, then just make sure you check out my other course. But this is certainly one that you should consider expanding to. So let's go to Draft Digital now. Right, so what I'm going to do is log into my account and go next. This will now take me to the dashboard, and let's have a look at some of the reports, the print of the different payments that are coming through. So you can see how the payments just start to log on as each month goes by. So money just keeps on ticking through, and that's this year so far. If I go back to 2022, then again, just keeps on coming through. And that's the really important thing about using these platforms to generate more money for yourself and passively. Again, I don't do anything at all. So if you want to join Draft Digital, then just go to draft2digital.com and you can establish your account, and it's easy to do. So you can just find out how it works here, and all the information to get started is here. But they do partner with a significant number of different partners that can help get your book much. But the different storefronts that will distribute your books include Amazon, Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Script, Smashwords, Tolino. There's so many different ones that distribute your book through Draft Digital. So make sure you check that out. And the final one is Findaway Voices. And what I said, they're aggregate, which means that they use other platforms to bring all that revenue together to distribute. So ACX or Audible, They are owned by Amazon. You put your book there and they just have the one marketplace on ACX, which they market your book through Audible. But Findaway Voices have multiple different streams, including, I think they're owned by Spotify now. So they have a global distribution footprint, which they can use to get your book, audiobook across the world. So they can be everywhere. And these are some of the different places. So Google, Chirp, Hoopla, Storytel, even Amazon, Script, audiobooks, Apple. So you can see the power of this distribution network. So let me sign in now to my account and I'll show you some of the revenue that comes through regularly from Findaway Voices. So you can see the payment history, and again, about maybe 35 to 40 US dollars every couple of months. It just keeps ticking over. I don't do anything at all. So once those audiobooks have been created and uploaded to Findaway Voices, it just keeps going. The hard work for you will be to get a narrator organized. And once you get a narrator and get your book transferred to audiobook, this is what you can expect when it comes to passive income and just a continuing snowball of passive income coming through. So it's fantastic. So I highly recommend, if you have a book that can be put into an audiobook and use an aggregate provider like Findaway Voices, it definitely does help you to generate that passive income beyond just using Amazon. So I definitely recommend it. And welcome to lesson 7. We're going to be focusing on affiliate marketing. So I want to expand your knowledge about affiliate marketing and how it's a great way to develop a passive income stream. So what is an affiliate? We'll cover that in the next slide, but literally there's thousands of ways that you can join affiliate programs. Cost? Well, it's free to join these programs, but you need to fill out an application and be accepted. But there might be different selection criteria that may apply. So if you want to join a software that's talking about finance and finance systems or credit cards, then you would probably need to have a channel or an audience, an existing audience, or even a qualification in a particular area. So there is different selection criteria, and it does take less than 10 minutes to join affiliate programs. So what is an affiliate and what is affiliate marketing? Well, let me break it down into 5 key things. You find a product you want to promote. You do a search for the product name and if they offer an affiliate program. You sign up for their affiliate program, then you receive a special link that allows the merchant or the people that offer the program or the product to track the people who clicked on your link. And if a customer clicks on your link and buys a product, you get a commission. And there are different commission structures in place. So if you have a product, you can even use Amazon as an affiliate program, where if someone buys a product on Amazon and they click on your link, you would get a small percentage of that overall sale. But let me give you a couple of examples that I've used to build affiliate revenue and even how much you can get paid for being an affiliate for a certain program. So let me show you a couple for self-publishing, and I'll show you where you can locate the affiliates within each of the products that you think you might like to sell. So let me show you what an affiliate commission could look like, and then go into some examples. So one is BookBolt, which I'm an affiliate. So BookBolt is a software that helps publishers to come up with keywords and helping with formatting of their covers. So it's a tool that is really useful for developing books to sell on Amazon KDP, and you might be familiar with it. But what you may not be familiar with is the affiliate program. So you've got it up here. So affiliate is an opportunity for you to provide a link, and if a customer clicks on that link, you receive an income. So how much can you potentially earn? Well, this has got a little sliding scale here. And so if you were to refer 74 people, you'd receive 185 reoccurring or dollar amount each month. If you were really big and you had 2,766, you receive nearly $7,000 in recurring revenue. So under the affiliate for BookBolt, if a customer clicks on the link and they continue to subscribe to BookBolt for the next 6 months, you receive a commission for the next rolling 6 months. Each month that they review or renew, you get that money. So if we have a look down here, you can see the different terms. So recurring revenue, lifetime commissions, they get access to BookBolt Studio, they get keyword search volume and weekly calls, and you can see earning recurring revenue from doing this. So you sign up for the affiliate account, which is easy. You promote the link, which they give you, and you get paid. And again, 25% recurring commissions for the life of the customer. So how much do you actually get if you are to promote BookBolt, and what does it look like? Well, let me go to my email and I'll show you what I receive nearly daily with extra revenue that's coming in without me having to do anything at all, apart from putting a link on my description of my YouTube videos or in courses, and I'll show you what that looks like. So these are the notifications that I get. So congratulations, you generate a commission, $4. So we go there, and then we go to the next one, $4. And we go to this one here, and we got $4. So every time someone continues to use the BookBolt software, I receive a commission. Again, if you're with other affiliate programs, then you get it. So Creative Fabrica, I received a commission of $1.80, and they just keep on coming through without me having to do anything. EZ Pub Profits, that's another one. So you click on there, I received $9.25, and you can see how regular they start to come through. So it's important that you set it up so that you can start to get this passive income that's coming through regularly. And again, that income will build and build and build. Now, there are some passive income systems or affiliates that pay you just the one payment. Others have recurring payments. I prefer those, of course, but the one-off payments are also really, really good. So let me show you another one. If you were wanting to expand and create affiliate commissions from an area of your expertise, if it was self-publishing, then you just start to find the software programs that people might likely use. So let's go to KD Spy, which is another one. So if you just did KD Spy, you can see where it says affiliates. So you can go to the affiliate agreement, and you can go to click on the link here, and it will talk you through what you get paid. So every time someone uses my link, I get paid $35.40 US for each time. It's a one-off payment. And you can click there to get your affiliate link and join up with the program. It is quite amazing because you might put the link out on a YouTube video or on a newsletter or in a blog post, and you get paid for every time. So what does the link generally look like? Well, let's click here, and you'll get information here about how to join. So you can join by a couple of different ways. So there's Thrivecart. So you get your link through Thrivecart, which is another platform where they do the payments through. And you simply join the program and you'll receive a special link. And so the link that I received from KD Spy looks like this. And you can use shortening tools like bit.ly.com or Rebrandly to shorten these links so they're a lot easier for customers to click on. They don't look too spammy. So let me show you if we go to my YouTube channel and go to a video. So if I go to my YouTube channel and I go to the description, so here's the video, you can go to here. So see how I've completed the link using Rebrandly, so it's a shorter link. And if someone clicks on that link and then purchases KD Spy, I then receive that affiliate commission. So you can include your affiliate links in descriptions of YouTube videos or put them in blog posts. You can use them in a number of different places. So that's a great way of being able to generate passive income through affiliates. But how much can you actually make from affiliate programs? Well, if I log on to BookBolt, you can see the current earnings of $172, and we're halfway through the month. Total earned $3,436 US earned through affiliate commissions, which are completely passive. So once I create the content, then you can then start to put these links, and forever now, if someone clicks on those links, I will get the commission as part of it. So I've had close to 1,000 total transactions so far. And remember, it's recurring revenue. So it certainly can add up. And this is the book bulk program. You can just watch a video about the affiliate program walkthrough and see what it is. But I've got several different affiliates programs that I'm part of, including BookBolt. We've got Publisher Rocket, KD Spy, Canva, and what's another one? Teachable. So there's a different number of affiliates that I'm part of that will pay me a commission if someone uses the link. The best way of doing this, you can do a number of ways. You can go to, say, affiliate programs. You can do a search. You can go to, there's even like main ones. Let's go to, it's ClickBank, I think it might be. You go to ClickBank, and what you can do is search ClickBank and look at the different programs and what they're offering. So you can log in. Not sure if I've got a password or not. We'll find out very, very soon. And then what you do, I don't really use ClickBank, but you can use it to find out what affiliates are offering and how much you can actually earn from each of them. So you can go, say, to top offers, and this will say there's a recurring rebill of $17.11. You can go to health and fitness, dietary supplements. There's so many different ones that you can choose from, and the amount of money that you can potentially make if you do the right affiliate programs is enormous. And it's unlimited potential, which I love about affiliate programs. So go to ClickBank, you can check on those, or just simply go to Google and type affiliate programs and the program that you might want. So if you go affiliate program and you go online courses, then you can go through here, and there might even be some 10 best educational affiliate programs. You can go to Coursera. You can become an affiliate on udemy.com. You can become an affiliate on teachable.com. So there's so many different ones. It's probably good to have a look at a few blog posts and see what affiliate programs that you might like to do. And you can build your affiliate links and your affiliate passive income by creating websites and blog posts and things like that. So I can cover that a little bit later on. And welcome to Lesson 8, Email and Marketing. How can we use this to build a passive income stream? Well, firstly, email is a great way to market and expand your reach. How much does it cost? Well, it depends on the platform that you choose. You can do it for free. You can collect email addresses and just do it the old-fashioned, old-school method of collecting them on a spreadsheet. But I'd advise you use a marketing platform like ConvertKit that actually offers your first 1,000 subscribers for free, and then there's a tiered fee structure that starts from that point. Can take some time to get used to platforms that collect your emails, and you also need to create content to draw in subscribers. So it can take a bit of time. It does start to cost a little bit of money if you get over 1,000 subscribers or members on your email list. However, the cost benefits far outweigh that. So let's have a look at why building an email list is important. Well, number one, you can create a community and build trust through your email. An email list is a highly valuable asset you can build and you own. And if everything was lost and you had a YouTube channel, or you had Amazon KDP, or you had courses on Udemy, and those platforms stopped using your content, well, you would have a highly valuable email list that you could then create other content with and market it and promote it to your existing customers. And that's point 3. You can market and promote programs and courses to your list, which is great. Because if you're building up an email list, obviously those people enjoy the content that you offer. And your email list, you can build a group of advocates for your content. So people that are subscribing to your content, receiving newsletters and watching courses and watching other content, then they do become advocates and they will promote your business more than what you ever can. So that's why building an email list is important. But how can we convert that into a passive income stream? Well, what you can do is expand it by having different, groups of people that you can push out content to. So if you've got your email list, then what you can do, you can get people from your mailing list and they join your website traffic. And then you might have an affiliate program that might be to do with your subject of choice. If it is to do with publishing, then you might have an affiliate program with Publisher Rocket and you can create content there as well. Or you might have a brand new course and you might like a launch team, or you might have a special discount that you're offering for your subscribers only. So you can then create income through the courses, through your mailing list. So there are a variety of different ways that you can actually properly use your mailing list to generate traffic towards your website, towards affiliates, and towards courses. So that's a great way of using your email list. Now let me go to ConvertKit, and I'm going to show you some of the ways that I've been using ConvertKit to help promote these three things. So if you go to convertkit.com, this is just one platform of many. There's lots you can choose from. I'm just showing you this one because I'm familiar with it and I use it personally, and I've found it nice and easy to use. So you can go to the pricing if you want to have a look at this, and you can see that if you have under 1,000 subscribers, it's free. Sign up for free. Do a 300 subscribers with a creator and you can actually start automating different systems and newsletters, $9 a month. And you can also go Creator Pro as well. Let me log into my account and I'll show you a few little things about ConvertKit and how I use it. So you can use ConvertKit to grow an audience through subscribers. You can build a landing page and you can have people arrive on a certain landing page and they might be able to do, say, create children's books. So 7 steps to publish children's books. So I've had 200 people to this. I've created a landing page. So this resource provides different steps for authors to publish a children's book. So I've created this landing page. They put in their first name, their email address, and then they download the free guide. And then what will happen is I receive their email and then I can tell what those people are interested in. So that's a landing page, and when they click on this, I then have a setting, and if I go down and I've got the incentive, that's actually resource that they will receive. So if we go back here, that's a landing page, and I've got lots of different landing pages that I've set up. You can also send a broadcast. So a broadcast is different, like a one-off newsletter that goes out. So for example, this one here, this went out and the content was this, and it just talks through the $15 sale that I had for different courses. And this is how you can use your actual email list to build up revenue and passive income. So if someone buys one of these courses, then they might go and buy another one. So it just keeps on adding up and adding up. So it's a great way of doing it. Automate it. You can put in rules of how you want to do it. You can actually do visual automations. You can actually do sequences as well. So based on what you want people to do. So if I've got 7 steps to publish, then there's different sequences that they will receive an email for the next 4 to 5 weeks about that actual area of expertise which they're wanting to learn about, and you can look at different special promotions and things like that too. So that's how this all works, and it's important to see how ConvertKit and an email list can work in your favor to create a passive income stream. And it's just so important to capture email addresses and to use them in your favor. So I highly recommend that you look into ways of using ActiveCampaign or using ConvertKit to help you with your email marketing, therefore being able to create passive income streams through different content that you're pushing them out to towards your YouTube channel, towards books, having different affiliate programs. It's a fantastic way of doing that. So I highly recommend it. And welcome to Lesson 9. We're going to be focusing on YouTube as an opportunity to generate passive income beyond Amazon KDP. And it's what I've done. And so therefore I can lean on my experience to talk through some of the pros, cons, and some of the big challenges that I've found with YouTube. So what is it? Well, YouTube, as we know, it's the second largest search engine behind Google, who actually owns YouTube. So people are on it all the time. There's billions of people watching YouTube every day. The cost and how? Well, it's actually free to create an account. And to monetize YouTube, you actually need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours of your content. For me, it took about 3.5 months to get monetized from when I first loaded my first video to the point of being monetized, which means you start to generate money from the ads that are placed on your videos. So you'll normally see if you're watching a YouTube video, there'll be an ad that pops up and you have the opportunity of either skipping it or having to watch the whole 12 seconds. So you get to choose, if you want to, where you want those ads placed, and it depends on the length of content and the kind of content that you have. But the cost is zero, so if you have a Google account, you can start up a YouTube channel. And I'd recommend just looking at a few YouTube videos about how to start a YouTube channel, and it's very, very easy to do. Time. Well, it is easy to set up an account, but can take as little as 10 videos or even hundreds or even thousands to get monetized, depending on the quality and popularity of your content. Just because you're creating videos doesn't mean that people are going to view them or subscribe to them. So you need that combination of subscribers and viewing hours. And 4,000 viewing hours seems like a lot. And it can be if you're not providing content that people like to watch. So let's go to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to walk you through some of the stages and going back as far as I can with my first video, and then looking at how much revenue you can actually generate from YouTube. And if you want to start your own YouTube channel after you've been publishing with Amazon KDP, this might give you a little bit of inspiration. But YouTube is a great way to also promote affiliates, your content, your newsletters, and even your courses. So you can use not just getting paid by YouTube as revenue, but you can use the revenue generated from your content for people to be clicking on links within the description of your YouTube videos. Let's get onto my channel right now. So if we go to the actual content and the analytics, you can see I've had 900,000 views of my videos. I've had 5.5 million impressions of my content, and average viewing time is 5 minutes. So you can see there was a big uptake initially, and then it has remained fairly consistent all the way through. But we want to look at the revenue side of things. So how have we gone with revenue for the channel? Well, the revenue is closing on $15,000. So you can see initially I actually had some big days. There was one day in particular, I think it struck $84. That's my biggest day on one single day. And then it just remains consistent. So if you look at every single day, you're earning a few dollars every single day. And that's because you're creating content. That content gets viewed for weeks, months, years later. So it's got what they call a long tail. So that's the revenue that has been generated from the YouTube channel. And that is purely on monetization of the YouTube channel and does not take in consideration the revenue that was generated from course sales and affiliates or even subscribers joining up to my newsletter. So it's very, very powerful. And I think that it's something that you should definitely consider, but not every YouTube channel is treated the same because it depends on when you do your revenue. You can find out about a particular video. So let's go to this video here and we'll find out the performance. So if we go analytics, if we go to revenue, it's generated $965 since it first was launched back in 2021. And revenue for every 1,000 views is $10.58. So if you run a business channel, that RPM is going to be much higher. If I was running a gaming video about Fortnite, then that might be at 20 cents. So it just depends on the kind of video and what category YouTube will place you in. And this is saying what advertisers will pay per 1,000 views as well. It's fascinating and how that all works. But you can see that this video alone started off, got some good traction, and then just sort of plateaued. It's had 45 views just today. So I created this video a couple of years ago, and it still generates income for me. So if I look here, it's still generating revenue since I first uploaded it. So you can see how much it increases all the way through. And that's the beauty of having a YouTube channel. Your content can keep on being monetized and generate a passive income long after you finished filming. And that this is two and a bit years ago. So if I go to my actual channel, I can then see some different elements. So if I go to the videos and we go to the oldest video. So this is my oldest video 2 years ago, 762 views. So you can see it was filmed quite a long time ago, and these are all the videos that I have now uploaded. So there's a bit of work that goes into creating them. I've made 217 videos and I've got 22,000 subscribers. And if you can continue to create great videos, then you'll end up getting in a position where you're going to continue to get great income for the long term. So how do you build passive income on YouTube? Well, you can use affiliate links in your descriptions. You can refer students to your newsletter and build a subscriber list. You can get monetized for ad revenue, and that's by building your channel to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. But the number one tip is to offer value first before profit. Now let me go to one of my YouTube videos and I'm going to show you how I've been able to use affiliate links within the descriptions, and also you can refer students to the different mailing lists to build up your community. And my YouTube channel, for this video in particular, I'll show you how much I've made from it, but it's important to know that you need to add that value. So let's go to my YouTube channel again, and I'll show you what I've been able to do to help build a passive income just from this one video. And so this is just the one video, and I've created it about book bolt and book cover formatting. So you can see it's had 14,000 views, and I've got 218 subscribers from this one video, and I've made over $550 from this one video. So not only was I getting, or am I getting, people that are joining BookBolt from this video and I'm receiving an affiliate commission, I'm also receiving revenue based on views and my monetized channel. So you can see in the last 48 hours I've already had 46 people that have watched this video. So if we actually go to the video itself, and I'll pause it when it starts up, but basically the details of the video, I show how people can get 20% off using BookBolt using my code, and here is my code right here. So once we have a look at the video, I'll show you where in the description this appears. So you can see how I've got the video starting here, and if you go to the description, which people can view, you can see my link right here, and that's how I can generate some affiliate commission. And then further down, I've got all the courses I've got different tools and resources. So these are all affiliate links right here. So you can see how just having the one video can significantly boost your passive income through having YouTube, and it works in so many different ways. So I thought that might be interesting for you to actually see that in motion. And when I mentioned people going to my website, for example, and signing up to become a subscriber, well, if they click on these links here, that will go to a landing page via email, and then they might go into a sequence of 3 or 4 emails about that particular product, and I might point them back to a tutorial that I've got on YouTube, and you can see the different resources that I've got. So that's the best way of doing it, and even shows the shorts as well from this actual video. So I hope that really helps you get an understanding of monetizing and generating passive income through the use of YouTube. And welcome to lesson 10, where I want to expand on developing a passive income by building and creating courses. Now, creating a course gives you a great opportunity to really build trust within your audience. They can see you, they can get an understanding of your energy towards that topic, but it's an amazing way to be able to share your knowledge. And by sharing your knowledge, you can build an audience across the globe. Now, traditionally, you might have to go and visit venue after venue after venue to talk about and teach your topic of choice or your key niche area. But these days, with the power of online platforms, you can create a course, and that course can continue to sell for years to come. And that's why I like the benefit of creating courses. Now, you might suggest that you are not an expert in a particular field at all, but as long as you know a bit more than other people, then they're always going to be interested in the knowledge you have to share. You might be able to think about something that you've had as a hobby for years. It might be something you have recently taken up and are learning information about it. It may be about AI tools and how they can help people. So there's a lot of different skill sets that you can bring together to create an online course. So I want to expand a little bit more into this. So let's get into the lesson in a moment. But firstly, the opportunity to create courses on different platforms will depend on your long-term strategy. And I'll expand a little bit more on this as we go through the lesson. So let's expand further into courses. What are they? Well, creating an online course, you can use your experience and knowledge, and there's various ways to host your courses depending upon your short and long-term strategy. And how much does it cost? Well, some platforms are free to host as a split share royalty arrangement, meaning that you create the course, upload the course, and for you to host your course and for that platform to help you with marketing, there might be a split in the royalty payment. And I'll expand a little bit more on that with Udemy. Others have a monthly charge, but you do get 100% of all the profits. So you might use a platform like Teachable or Thinkific. You pay a monthly fee, for example, $100 to have the ability to upload your courses, but you then get to keep 100% of any income you earn from those courses via memberships or one-off purchases. And what about time? Well, it depends on the course length, your preparation, structure, filming, equipment, editing, and your efficiency to create. So a lot of different elements come into that, and to remain motivated to create a course can be challenging at times, but it is also very rewarding. So how can you build passive income via your courses? Well, you can use your affiliate links in your descriptions, although some platforms, for example Udemy, don't permit you to put affiliate links within each lesson description, but you can create a bonus lesson at the back end that you can include them on. You can earn either a full payment or split share payment based on the platform, as just mentioned. It's excellent for ongoing passive income. But what platform do you host your courses on, and what's best for you? Well, it depends on your long-term strategy. So I use Udemy for my courses, but I've also got Thinkific, which hosts my courses as a membership. But it all depends on the energy that you will have to continue to market that course over the long term. Are you going to have that energy to continually push out that content and market that course, or would you want a big platform like Udemy, one of the biggest online learning platforms in the world, to help you with your marketing, and you can then go on and start creating other courses and not necessarily worry about marketing it every single day. But let's have a look at Udemy for me as an example, and the number of courses I have, and then how passive income works for that platform. So if you were to Google Romney Nelson Udemy, you would see a lot of my courses and links start to come up. And you can see how powerful Udemy is when it comes to helping to promote your courses. So if I were to click on this here, this then takes me to my landing platform or my dashboard for Udemy. And you can see the different courses that I have available. I'm lucky where I've got best-selling courses, and they have significantly helped in the algorithm of Udemy and promoting my courses and selling my courses for the long term. But let's go to my main dashboard and we can see how revenue is generated by using Udemy. So what I thought I'd do is jump onto my platform and I'll show you just one course and the power of that one course. So this was a course about how to create low and no content books on Amazon. So the total revenue for that course has been over $18,000, total enrollments of 4,192, and a course rating of 4.53 out of 5. So you can see that this is just for the last 30 days, and if we go to 12 months, you can see where it's tracking enrollments. It's dropping a little bit, which sometimes happens as a course gets a bit older. This course has been running for about 1.5 years now, so you can see the drop off. But the power of the revenue that is generated is fantastic. And that's where I would recommend, if you can create a course, go for it. Now with Udemy, the way this works, seems like a lot of enrollments for $18,000. However, if I direct traffic to Udemy, I get a 97% cut of the course price that that person purchases it for. However, if Udemy direct traffic to it, there's a 50-50 split. So you can direct traffic via your newsletters or via YouTube videos to get a higher revenue base. Now, the disadvantage of using Udemy is that your course price is obviously going to be significantly discounted. You might have a $300 course, but it gets sold for $20. If you run it yourself and do it on your own platform, you can charge that $300. So you might need less students to earn the income, but you've got to maintain it. So it's a volume game and a long-term volume game. But if you've got a lot of students, they might click on your affiliate links or go to a YouTube channel or go to your website. So you've got to think about it that way as well. So there's a few decisions for you to make about creating an online course. But you can see the power of an online course, and there's various different platforms you can use. But I've chosen Udemy because they are the biggest. And I like to have the biggest backing, and I know that I'll reduce and mitigate the risk of something happening to my courses, therefore revenue would drop away. So that's important to look into. So there we go. That is a look at course production. You can also use other platforms to create it, like Thinkific, and have your courses hosted there. I'll quickly show you my Thinkific platform. And this is my Thinkific site. You can see how I've got the courses loaded onto this platform as well. And there's also ways that you can create a membership option for students to participate in your courses, which again provides a long-term passive income if you're getting a monthly membership. And it's more consistent sometimes than using one-off payments such as Udemy. So that's my Thinkific page. I've got my Udemy courses as well. Just continue to build the content that helps you with this passive income stream. We've covered a lot of different ways that you can develop that passive income, but I do think courses is a great way to share knowledge, build trust, but also build that income so that you can get more consistency over every month and over each year. Welcome to lesson 11, where I want to expand on creating a website and creating blog posts to help develop passive income streams. Creating a website can have its challenges, but you need to allow for time. Time for your search engine optimization or your SEO to gain traction within Google, and you also need time to be able to build out your website. You can't have a successful website just from the get-go. You need to build a website, then the more content you can create and link that back to your website, the better it is going to be for the long term. And it could take 12 months, 18 months, even longer to be able to get that traction on Google, so that when people are searching for you or your content, that you come up on the first page. And it doesn't happen instantly. You need you need Google to crawl through your website and to extract all that key information. And it is quite technical in some ways, but you can do it by yourself if you don't want to subcontract a web designer to do it. Personally, I've used Wix to build my own website, and I found that quite easy to do. And I'm not an IT person, but I did find it quite easy. So what I want to do is to show you my website, and I want to show you how I was able to sort of put it together and build it, and then how I've been able to link elements of my website to content, whether it be on YouTube or Udemy or other resources, or gain subscribers, or gain people to look at my newsletters. There's a whole web of information that you can use for your website. So let's get into this lesson right now. This is my current website, and I want to start at the beginning of how this was sort of all put together, and let's just go through a few of the tabs, and then we can actually go to the back-end operations of the website. So you can see how I've got information here. I've got free resources, subscribe to the newsletter, got the courses here, software tools, links and testimonials. If you go up here, you can go to beginners, and you've got information here again, different tips and resources, self-publishing courses, software and tools. So you can see how I'm providing value for the customer when they're going to it. So you can provide heaps of free resources. All these resources I've put on here for free. However, when someone clicks on the link, that might take you to a landing page. It might even be this one right here. So if we go download, this might take you to the landing page, and then someone will put their first name in, their email address, and then download the free guide. So then they become part of my ConvertKit subscriber link, and they then would receive a sequence of emails that will then provide more content, great value, information about some YouTube videos I've done about creating and writing children's books, and then even a course. So you can see how that all links up. Now, if we were to go to the back end of the operations and how this is all set up, you'll be able to see how the blog posts have been created and how they're all linking up together. So let's go into that right now. I've signed into the back end of Wix and the editor, and you can see how easy it is to just move things around. You can add elements, and you can add different images. It really doesn't take too long to create. And just with a bit of time and effort, you can create all of this. So if you were to go to this tab here, you can go to, say, software and tools, and then it takes you straight here. Now, let me give you an example of how a website can create passive income. So if we are on here, we've got our affiliates. So it might be Publisher Rocket. And I can create a thumbnail here, and then on that thumbnail, there is a link. And the link will go to my affiliate link right there. So if someone wanted to purchase Publisher Rocket and go to the site, they can click right there. They can view my YouTube video. So if I click here, I can go to the link, and that will take them directly to the YouTube video. All of these are linked up, and that's how you can create some passive income via your website. If we also go to courses, which is here, then customers get an opportunity to purchase the course in 3 different ways. So they can use Udemy, another platform called Skillshare, or Thinkific. And if you scroll down, each of the courses has different ways that customers can purchase, because not every customer may want to purchase through Udemy. Another customer might want to purchase through Thinkific. And all these courses are all linked up, and then you can see here I've got a self-publishing bundle. So a customer can get a discount by going to my website and clicking the Thinkific tab or the button right there. And another way you could also create passive income via your website is via blog posts. So if I go to blog, and I'll show you one of the blogs once it loads up, you can see the different blog posts that are here. If I manage posts, I can see all the different posts that I've created. And you can also see traction. You can look at the marketing and the SEO. If we were to say, look at the views here, you can see the views. So if I was to look at a blog post about helium-10, you can go to edit, and we can look at the blog post, and you can see how there's links that are included within the actual blog post. And you can click here, and that will take them to the product pricing and plans, and it gives a customer a good look at what helium-10 does and how it all works. So it's another great way of earning passive income via your website, and then these different blog posts then are put out onto Google and people can find them, and then that might direct them back to your website again. So that's how bringing a website together can really help with the development of your passive income. Again, it does take a long time to create a good website. You might need to find someone that is prepared to create the website for you. You might like to do this yourself. But what you need to think about is that once you've created it, then you do have an ongoing fee to get the website hosted, and you do need to buy a domain name. So there's a couple of purchasing things that you need to consider. But if you have presence via your website, then you just do not know who's going to find your website in your details. And again, a great way to build traffic back to your YouTube videos, back to your newsletters, back to your courses, back to your affiliates. There's a lot of different ways you can use your website to drive more passive income. And that's where I think the power of this will build if you can continue to build more content. And we'll talk about the content creation in the next lesson. And welcome to lesson number 12, the power of content and where and how to use it. Content can be incredibly powerful. It depends on the platforms that you do create content for, and it's important to ensure that the content that you do create has a long tail. Now, I'll cover this in a little bit about long tail content versus short tail content, how to create content for passive income, and some of the strategies that I've used that have been effective over a period of maybe 2.5 to 3 years. I'll also want to cover off some of the major platforms that I've used to create my content and what I believe is important when you consider those pieces of content that you're creating and how and when to use them. So let's get into this lesson right now. So let's look at passive income and content creation. So I would recommend aim for content with that long tail. I mentioned it quite a few lessons back now about my business strategy and about creating long tail content. And that simply means that you create content that is evergreen, that's not going to change too much. You might be able to create some content for YouTube that is to do with publishing, or it might be to do with another particular niche. And yes, things can change. However, that content is still going to be in the algorithm of YouTube and still get views. And what you could do is just change some information in the description to point them to new content that you've got. You can't actually go back and re-edit a YouTube video and add additional or changes to that. So once you've uploaded a YouTube video, that video stays there, and you can put some updated information in the description part of the video. But the same rule applies with blog posts, information you put in your newsletters, books that you create, courses that you create, any other content that you create, just aim for the longest tail as possible. You want passive income to be flowing from that piece of content for the next 3-5 years if you can. Next one is be consistent. And this is the hard one. Some people take their pedal off the floor when it comes to the creation side of things. And that's where it's just so important to get an area that you're passionate about and that you do have some knowledge in. Because at some point in time, if you're not passionate about it, that energy will start to subside. So you need to have the passion for it to continue to do it for the long term. Yes, you may have a change of heart in what you're doing, but maybe pivot to something that's similar in a way. So I've created courses about publishing on Amazon KDP and Ingram Spark. However, talking about passive income and creating a course about passive income is still in the area that my audience likes to view. And I've noticed some of the data that's coming through about their other courses that students that have participated in my publishing courses do other passive income courses. So that's why this course has been created. Next one is choose 3 to 4 platforms and stick with those ones. Don't try and be everywhere. So I'll show you some of the platforms that I use in a moment in the next slide, but I do try and be consistent on YouTube, consistent with my blog posts, consistent with the books that I'm publishing. So I just try and develop that consistency throughout. I'm not trying to be on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or other social media platforms all the time. You can get some technology or AI technology that can help you with that. But primarily, it's important that you don't go too thin or have yourself too thin on the ground with your content. Next one is use AI tools to increase your productivity, but don't be lazy. So don't use those tools to take shortcuts. Use them to enhance your content and make your content better and more valuable to your audience. It's important to use AI technology as well, or even automation tools to help you with your passive income. So I've found that if I generate passive income through affiliates, then it all can link up eventually. The great thing about affiliate commission is that when you have your link and someone purchases via that affiliate link, then all the hard work is already done by the people that are providing the software. You just receive that commission. With AI tools for things like books, well, yes, you can use it. Just be careful though. I think the terms of business with major platforms are changing regarding this use of AI technology. So just tread lightly in that space, but do use AI technology to create those efficiencies with what you're doing and to make things even better. So what are some of the tools that I use in regards to passive income and some of the platforms? Well, some of these platforms for passive income include YouTube, Udemy. I use my website via Wix. I've got Amazon KDP, Ingram Spark, and Thinkific. So these are the major ones, but within those I've got the affiliates. But I'm not posting regularly across every one of these platforms. Probably YouTube would be the most consistent, being about a weekly video. Udemy, a course every 3 months. I'm updating my website probably every 2 to 3 weeks. Amazon KDP, maybe a book every 3 to 6 months. Same with Ingram Spark. And Thinkific, maybe every couple of weeks I'm creating some coupons and marketing for my courses. So you can see that I'm not having to do a lot of work all the time on every single one of these platforms. And that's where the power of passive income comes into play. That if you can create that long-term and long-tail content, then it will have a snowball effect and grow. So these are some of the platforms I use to create passive income, and it can start exceeding $15,000, $20,000 per month if you do it the right way and spend long enough to be consistent over a long period of time to create that long tail content, because the content will continue to be there for years to come. You're just going to continue to be involved and be committed to the process for the long term. So I'm hoping this helps. Just make sure with your content that you create high quality content and that you're creating value for your customer, and then you think of value first before any financial return on your time. So I'm sure this will be able to help you to get some idea about what passive income streams will work for me and what might work for you. And welcome to section 3 of building a passive income beyond Amazon KDP. In this section, we're going to be looking at long-term business plan and growth. So welcome to lesson 13. In this one, we're creating a long-term business plan. So what's that going to look like? And I think it's important that we have a practical approach to this so it can help you and get a visualization of what you need to do and plan out. So when I do my planning, I have a starting point and I have an evaluate and progress point. In between that period of time, I have checkpoints. So the checkpoints are points where I evaluate what might be working, what's not working, and also making some small changes. I don't want to change too much because we do need a bit of time for things to work. At the evaluation progress point, what we are really looking at is finding out how we've actually been tracking. Are there any things that we're doing which is going really well and we should focus more of our time and energy on? Are there things that are not progressing so well and maybe we should drop away? Are we focusing on too many things and how that might look? So there's some key tips that I want to give you during this lesson. Number one bite at a time. Amazing things can be achieved with consistency and time. So just take your time. Now I want to share a story with you about a gentleman called Michael Latito. By no way am I suggesting you should do what he has done. However, Michael took 2 years from 1978 to 1980 to eat a Cessna 150. Now, he had this special ability to eat metal objects and glass and things like that. It was just the way his stomach was created. If he ate soft foods like bananas, he would actually get very, very unwell. Now, this is Michael starting his journey of eating an aeroplane, a Cessna. And he holds the record for the strangest diet in the Guinness Book of Records. And he is awarded a brass plaque by the publishers to commemorate his abilities. And he actually ate his award. So what I'm suggesting here is that amazing things can happen if you take your time. Who would have ever thought that someone could eat a Cessna 150? Nobody would ever think that. However, Michael proved that with time and small bite-sized chunks, you can achieve incredible things. Again, I'm certainly not advocating for people to be eating metal objects, and I'm not sure he passed away in 2007. Hopefully it wasn't from lead poisoning. But what I'm hoping is that you get the idea that taking your time and having one bite at a time can be the way to achieve amazing things. Number 2, plan out your 12-month goals and then break them down to monthly targets. What I do each year at the beginning of the year is plan out my year. And then every month, so I'll get to the end of, say, the end of October, and I'll then plan my November, and I'll put down 5 key targets that I want to achieve on my way to achieving my 12-month targets, which I set at the beginning of the year. So I'm constantly evaluating and determining what things I need to achieve in that month to get me closer to my ultimate goals. And number 3, recognize that growth will not be in a straight line. Some things will work, others will fail, but iterate and make adjustments. You can't expect that things are just going to happen and work for you 100% of the time. Things will go wrong, things will go right. In between, you'll be wondering whether the effort is worth it, but consistency over time, that compounding impact effect, that is what really works. Now let's get into a practical aspect, and I'm just going to get a simple spreadsheet out and we're going to start some initial planning, and I'll show you a similar thing to what I do. What I want to do is plan out my top headings, and then I'll fast forward as I write these in, and then I'll explain things a bit more. So what I'll do is I'll have my goals the reason why I want to achieve that goal, and the timeline. The timeline might be 12 months, but I still want to put that in there. So let me start to work through some of the goals, and then what I can do is to talk through a couple of them and how I plan out my monthly reflections as well. So what I've done here for number one is to build a YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. The reason, to create an active audience and to give as much value as possible. The how, well, I believe if I can create 30 YouTube videos and I think of the customer's impact on each video I create, I can then build it to get that goal. My timeline, I've added that in there, is 6 months. And have I achieved it? Well, time will tell. I need to then plan out how I'm going to create my 30 YouTube videos. So that'll be what I do each month. So if I've got 6 months to create it, I now need to start to think about the YouTube videos. I might be doing 5 videos per month, and I need to think primarily about the audience and create as much value, because when you create value, particularly in the initial stages of creating YouTube video, you'll get more views, more subscribers, and that's the key here. We're not thinking about the revenue that we could potentially make with a YouTube channel if we get it monetized, but our initial challenge will be to get it monetized to begin with, and it first starts with you creating a channel that you believe in, that you have an interest in, and you are firstly 100% just committed to providing value. Don't worry about the money for the first 6 months. So that's what I do for number one. Let me do a couple more and I'll come back to explaining why I'm creating those goals. So as you can see, I've now created a couple more goals. So create 2 Udemy courses and earn $500. So the reason, to build a passive income via course creation. I'd like to use this opportunity to further build my audience. The how, educate myself initially on building online courses. This could then occur via a paid course or a free course potentially. I've got a free course on Udemy about how to create courses on using Thinkific, so you can check that out, and timeline being 12 months. And then build an email list of 1,000 subscribers. So the reason, building an audience will help me to share my message to more people. An audience that is interested in what I produce will also I'll develop trust in my brand. And the how, create an account on a platform like ConvertKit, we can do and use another one, and create content that directs them to become a subscriber. Also develop lead magnets that enable people to sign up as subscribers. So I'm giving myself 12 months as well. So what I'll do, or what I would do in this scenario, is to have this printed off. So I've got this to reflect on regularly. Then at the end of, or the conclusion of every month, say the 30th every month, I'll then reevaluate how I'm tracking towards these goals. And I'll break these goals down into smaller chunks. So to build a YouTube channel, and I've got to do 30 YouTube videos, well, my monthly target might be, I put on the whiteboard to create 5 YouTube videos in the month. All right, so I'm slowly building that. And then it might be to create an outline for a new course. That might just be month number 1. Month number 2 might be to start to film the first 3 lessons of that course, or it might be 6 lessons. And then I'd also build my email list, and then I'd be feeding that information into my YouTube channel as a link. So if someone liked the content, then you could have a link there that directs them back to become a subscriber to your newsletter or using a lead magnet. And that will help build your subscribers. So as you can see, you have your main goals, and then when you achieve them, you tick them off, but keep referring back to your major goals and just break them down into those bite-sized chunks. and then I have my top 5 targets that I want to achieve in the month, and I put them on a whiteboard in my office so I can see them every day. So that's how you need to start to plan out your business with building these passive income streams. It's not going to just happen immediately. You can see the process that I take to slowly build these up. And as they build, you can then create more goals and add them on. And it's a great way of seeing your progress and determining what's working and what's not. So I hope this helps you in the development of your business plan. And welcome to lesson 14, tracking your business income. It's important to track your income so that you actually can do a few things. Firstly, know how you're progressing. Then you can review how things are tracking, what changes you might need to make, but also tracking your income so that when it comes to tax time, you have everything in the one place and ready to go. So what I'm going to show you is a spreadsheet that I'm going to provide as a resource, and you can utilize this and change it, manipulate it as you feel fit so that you can actually use this to track the affiliate income or other passive income streams that you're receiving as part of growing your business to a broader scale later on. Let me show you this. A nice and easy spreadsheet, but remember, it is your obligation to keep emails and documentations and receipts of affiliates or other passive income that you are receiving so that when it is tax time, you have everything ready to go. Let's get into the tracking of your income right now. This income tracker covers a few different areas, and I've used the bottom tabs to help you out. So if you've got book revenue coming in via passive income streams, and it's from Amazon KDP, Ingram Spark in the US, UK, and Australia, then what you can do is generate all of that information here. So if in January we sold 30 copies there, 15 copies, 6, and maybe 7, then what you can do is have the total number of units sold. That might add up to be $56. That might mean to be $21. You might sell those and earn $11, and you might get maybe $8 from there. What it does is it calculates your total units sold, but also your total revenue. Then you can also add other income here as well. If you had affiliate income coming in through, then you write the affiliate program. For example, if you were doing publishing and might even publish a rocket, if you had 5 commissions come through and the value, then this will automatically add it all up for you. You might want to list your other affiliate programs here, the month revenue, the commissions, and the US dollar value. It might be in another currency, and you can just change that easily as well. Affiliate programs to consider. So these are some of the affiliate programs you can sign up for and join if you're looking at doing something to do with publishing. But as we know, there's a lot of different sites out there that will allow you to look at different other programs like Thrivecart. You can do that. You can do, what are the other ones? I'm just trying to think of. ClickBank. And if you Google affiliate program platforms, you'll be able to find plenty more. Here are some passive income platforms as well. If you're doing Ingram Spark, Drafter Digital, some course platforms and digital communication platforms about how to start up and sign up. So there's some more information for you there. And if you're looking at having different passive income streams and what you're earning and bring it all together on the one page, I've provided that here for you as well. So therefore, you've got the month, you've got the different channels of income coming in through, and you can also add other columns if you want to help, if that helps you out. That's how I track my income, and it's a great way of doing that. You can add other tabs down the bottom as well if that's going to help with tracking more passive income streams as they come through, but just ensure you are tracking them the right way. I hope this helps, and make sure you download this resource either in the very last lesson, or I'll try and include it in this lesson in the description area. And welcome to this additional lesson that I actually thought about including once I'd actually launched the course. I just thought it would be handy to have a lesson about where to start. What are the next steps? What are the practical steps that you can take from this point in time. And I hope you get to this lesson, because it's important to start to take action and to implement everything that we've been looking at. So what I want you to prioritize on are the following. I want you to use the attached resource from lecture 4 to plan your next steps. And in those steps, I want you to think about, what are you passionate about? What interests do you have? So you might think, I've got an interest towards golf. Oh, look, I've enjoyed my publishing with Amazon, but I want to diversify and try something different. So let's use golf as an example. So we've got golf as our key interest. How can this be monetized? And could I create a YouTube channel about golf? Could I create a course? Could I develop a free resource to encourage subscribers to a newsletter? Are there affiliate programs I could join? Well, yes, you could create a YouTube channel. You don't need to be a great golfer to create a YouTube channel. Plenty of people watch YouTube channels about those that are really struggling with their golf but want to improve, and they might be interviewing professionals or visiting golf courses. So yes, you could create a YouTube channel about it. Could you create a course? Well, you could potentially partner with a professional golfer at a golf club that wouldn't know how to put a course together. So yes, you could develop a course about golf and becoming from someone that scores 100 and bringing their score back to 80. Could you develop a free resource to encourage subscribers? You could create a newsletter about golf, about visiting different courses, about different technology that's coming out. And are there affiliate programs you could join? Yes, you could join Amazon Associates. You could join different affiliate programs which sell golf clubs, sell golf clothing, and you could get a commission as part of that affiliate program. So plan out your 6 and 12 month goals. So whatever you're passionate about and your interests are, develop 5 goals and targets, then break those goals in targets down further into micro targets. So therefore you have a focus on every month to move you closer. So what I want you to do is think of those 5 goals or targets, and then maybe break them down into 6 or 7 different micro steps that you can then focus on. So you can slowly build that wall. If you think of it as a brick wall or a path, one brick at a time, what do you need to put in place to make that start to work? And then finally, prioritize just one key income stream and focus on that for the next 4 weeks. Focus and clarity is everything. So if you wanted to create a YouTube channel, we'll just focus on that for the next month. Even if you could continue focusing on that primarily, that's great. But rather than doing YouTube channel and creating a course and then creating resources, just focus on one thing to begin with. And that's one of the key things and key takeaways I'd like you to remember. It takes time to build these income streams. So go back. What are you passionate about? If you're passionate about publishing with Amazon KDP, you could almost use my footprint to grow your own passive income streams. But if you're wanting to use your experience of generating online income, then it's a great starting point. But it's important to keep focused, and it will take time. Nothing's going to happen overnight. It might take 6 months, 12 months to start getting the traction. But I tell you what, if you put in that time and effort, it is absolutely well worth that time and effort to make that happen and that energy that you will invest. So I hope this has helped in regards to the next steps that I want you to take. I really hope you enjoyed this course. It's been something I've been passionate about creating for some time now. So thank you very much, and I look forward to creating more videos for you in the near future. So until then, goodbye.